Good morning. This is S. Michael Sims,
And Christine.
and we are
Taboo.
Taboo Even, a couple's journey into the depths.
Let me say it.
All right.
Of depravity. I said it right.
Of what kind of depravity?
Oh, fuck.
She has not yet gotten it right without like pausing or getting a word wrong or missing a word.
I was so proud of myself to say depravity without
baby.
stumbling.
I should have just let it go.
No.
Mr. Grammar Nazi.
No, I missed a word. That's not a grammar Nazi.
It's a typo, brain typo.
To the depths of sexual depravity. They knew, though. They knew. They're like, as soon as I didn't say sex, they're like, hold on. This isn't just depravity. This is sex, people. Get with it. Okay. Ta-da. Enough. I'm having coffee.
Yeah, it's morning time. I also am having coffee.
He's looking for his coffee.
I am. Where did I set my freaking cup? There it is. We are having a very special episode. Remember those in the 80s, baby? It's a very special episode.
It's a very special episode tonight. Our special guest is Jay. Last night, not today. We're alone.
Oh, Jay.
Jay.
Which is not his real name.
That's okay.
We will not use his real name.
Yeah, I like his real name, though.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Good, solid African-American name.
You with your African-American.
What am I supposed to say? The
It's
N-word?
just a name. It's just a fucking
It's
name.
African-American origin.
It's just a fucking name. No,
Don't you get it
actually,
yet? Black people are proud of their heritage. It's okay to recognize their race from time to time.
I actually think he told us, I don't think he said it was African-American. He explained what it was. I thought it was from the Bible.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Now hang on, though, because there are cultural
Yes, but
intersections.
no, I get it, but he
and it is common for African American men to have
that name.
Arabic names. And
Okay.
It was of Arabic descent.
yes,
That's
it
correct.
is. Yes. Oh boy, S. Michael Sims. Listen to him.
Oh, what did I get highbrow there for a second? Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, this is probably going to be a slightly higher brow episode because yes, last night we had a three-way
Our first encounter as a couple
with
other people.
Involved.
Our first lifestyle, if you will, or alternative.
Why don't you tell them how
experience.
we met him?
Okay. Well, on AFF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike and I met on AFF. I don't know if we said that. I think we did. Adult Friend Finder, and we met Jay on AFF among a lot of people.
Now we're no longer using our single person profiles.
Correct.
We combined our profiles into a
couple. Yeah. I think we met him before that. No.
No, well, technically yes. It
'Cause we
was
just
your
did it.
profile that we had turned into a
Yeah.
couple's profile, but the description was still
Yes.
a couple's profile.
Correct. Yeah. So anyway, we met him on AFF, and you're gonna have to forgive us. We weren't planning on doing this morning.
We were a little groggy because we
Yeah.
were up till the butt crack of dawn.
Right. But I told Mike, I'm like, we're talking about stuff that we really need to be recording because people need to hear this shit. I know this is not an educational podcast, guys, not at all. But, and I had to convince Mike of this because he's like, I'm not doing an educational, no, we're not doing an educational podcast, no. But people will listen to this and they will glean information and wisdom from our experiences.
Well, especially people like Jay who relate to us, and
Yes.
that was one of the first things that he mentioned
Yes.
when we met with him for drinks prior to the encounter last night was
He was listening to us on the way over.
To your show, and I really identify with you guys.
Right.
And of course, I was like, "Oh, really? In what way?" And
Yeah.
he proceeded to explain that he is hypersexual.
Right.
That he.
It was actually nice, right? It was
Yeah.
nice that. So in a dating world, it's scary stalkerish when a guy tells you, "Oh, I've been
Right.
listening."
You're
But-
not going to, on a typical first date, mention that you were molested at the age of 5, which may or may not have led to your hypersexuality, and yet we were able to have that conversation.
And that's what happened to us.
Jay What? I know what you're doing.
What?
You're like, you're openly talking about things that only Jay should be
Right.
revealing, and that is not the case.
Okay.
Jay is anonymous.
Well,
Nobody
that's
knows
true.
who the fuck Jay is.
But Jay listens to this, and I just,
Okay, well, all due respect, Jay. You knew we were going to do a podcast.
Just so you know, I'm sitting here you can't see me. I'm sitting here looking at him going, no.
That's his information to reveal.
You can't do
are
that.
so sensitive, baby. I love you for that.
Okay, and that's going to lead to a big portion of this.
Oh,
my
how
sensitivity.
sensitive you are?
I'm very sensitive, and I should say this. Mike doesn't buy into this whole thing. I think he might buy into it more as he learns me, but I am an empath. So there's empathetic people, which most everybody, unless you're a sociopath, or a psychopath, has empathy. You feel when other people are around you, and somebody comes in the room and they're crying, you feel empathy towards them. But me, I am more of what is called an empath, and yeah, that's sort of out of the woo-woo, society. Or
crystals today, baby?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of crystals at home that I put out
Oh
when
my
it's a
God.
full moon.
I should have fucking known.
but I okay, is it not true? Okay, let me finish. An empath is someone who actually feels. I don't need to see the crying to know what they're feeling because I pick up on it. I'm tuned into it. An empath has a very in-tune intuition.
Emotional intuition.
Yes. And if I'm in a room, and especially if I'm in a crowd, I get overwhelmed. And it's not because I'm claustrophobic. I used to think
you don't
it was...
have the tism.
I don't. But I used to think that I had claustrophobia. My mom always thought she had claustrophobia. This runs in my family, this intuition. All the women and some of the men in my family have this hyper intuition. And we'll just call it that instead of empath. So
if you want to be an empath, you
whatever,
can be an empath.
whatever.
Baby. I'm just always going
the
to
thing
feel
is-
some kind of way because there are so many quote-unquote empaths on the internet
Okay,
who think that they're psychic or
as
some
I
shit.
said, he's going to learn, and he got a dose of it yesterday, and he's going to get more as we
All right,
live
well,
life.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay, so
we
what I
will
was
get into the
what I was
emotional
saying
stuff.
though was if I'm in a room, I get overwhelmed and I have to go out or I have to stand in front of a fan or something. I have to break the thoughts because I become overwhelmed with everybody's emotions. I get happy and sad and anxiety and all the stuff, and it comes at me all at once. So that's how I am. I pick up what's going on in the room. And it led to, what happened last night, which we're going to talk about.
Which we'll get into.
Yes.
But for now, let's go back to how we met
Yes,
Jay.
on AFF, and we talked for, like a week?
If that.
Yeah, well, I mean a week.
A couple days, maybe. It may have been a week that went by before we finally
That's what I
met,
meant.
but okay.
Yeah, we decided to meet him just a couple days after we started talking.
Yeah, and we didn't really message him a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
There wasn't a whole lot of,
No.
like when she and I were courting each other,
Yeah, no.
intellectual conversation
No.
and whatnot, but it was good.
We had a phone call with him. We exchanged phone numbers and had a call right away.
He was excited about our first episode, which was about, what?
Our first episode?
Our first podcast episode, Analingus.
Oh, yes. That's sort of what connected Mike and Jay, was the analingus episode.
Yeah, and I think I had mentioned in that episode that I had been watching some interracial porn.
If not, he mentioned it last night to
Yeah,
him.
and where...
I don't know that you did. When we were on the phone, I actually don't think you did, but, whatever.
But, well, I mentioned it to... Well,
You talked about it last
I
night.
don't remember exactly the first time it came up, but analingus was on the menu.
Yes.
And he was excited about that.
Yes, he loves it.
Which excited me.
Which and we found out it wasn't just giving, it was receiving. And like with most people, it's more about receiving than giving when it comes to that.
Did he do that? I mean, did you do that?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I
Okay,
did.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
I saw you assume the position.
I did. Yeah. I
wasn't
full
100%
face
sure.
did it.
Good for you, baby. Taking one for the team.
He was very, very nice and clean and yummy.
And that was the caveat. And when he texted me, because we texted each other a few times prior to the meetup, he asked about analingus, jokingly, but listen, with every jest, there is some truth involved. And I took that opportunity to say, well, her caveats are that you must be clean and you must be attractive. And
not your butthole, your face. Although, no, the butthole should be too.
Yeah, it's important, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't.
And ladies.
When I spread your cheeks, it needs to look pleasing, inviting.
God damn, can you imagine if it would have had like a bunch of hemorrhoids hanging down, maybe some fissures?
Yeah, see, no. I would have backed
tufts
away.
Of hair.
I would have went beep with my finger, and then I would have there. That's it. I would have lubed up my finger and pretended it was my tongue. Oh yeah, he can't see. What does he know? But that was not the case. It was nice.
We screened him kinda preliminary screening via chat and texting and a phone call, and all those went well. So we then.
What did we do as a couple? Did we talk about it?
Not a whole lot, which perhaps we should have. Perhaps
Right.
we should have had more conversation about what we expected to happen, how we would react if certain things happened or didn't happen.
Yes, because we did hit on a couple of things that could happen that wouldn't be positive, and we really didn't talk about them. We didn't explore them at all. We just said, okay, yeah, got it, and we should have, especially.
And that's part of this journey that we're on, is fucking up.
Right.
Trial and error. I mean, a couple's journey means we're not experts.
And you need to know, we were not particularly happy and looking forward to talking to y'all about this. Mike actually had a moment where he's like, what are we going to fucking do?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was the end of the fucking show.
Yeah, and then we started talking about it.
Yeah,
and we started talking about it. I'm like, no, this is the fucking show. This is what people need to know. They need to know it's not fucking perfect.
Okay, but we'll
Yes.
get there, though. We'll get with how it went.
Well, now they're excited. They're like, what the fuck happened?
Huh? Did he, shit himself?
Yeah, what happened? What? You'll find out.
Okay, so we met at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Christine and I had rented a hotel room for actually 2 nights in a row. So Wednesday night we
you guys
did
know
our show
we did our
here,
show.
Yeah. And Thursday night we were just gonna, whether we had the encounter or not, spend the night together again.
Right.
But he met us at the bar, our bar.
Do they even know?
Should we plug the bar?
We can, but do they even know? Did we even say anywhere in here that we're not married, we don't live together? I don't think we even said that. We
talked about the fact that my apartment's not furnished yet.
Yeah, but I don't think we specified.
Because I just moved.
Yeah, maybe I'm sitting on the floor. They don't know.
Yeah, we're actually still in the hotel room, and in fact, what time is it? Because checkout's at 11. It's 9:48. So we have time.
We have time. So no, we live separately. We each have our own places. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes apart. So we've been spending a fuck ton of money on hotels because my situation at my house, I have a little grandchild that lives with me. So, I don't bring people there. Although
I did finally get to meet.
Yes.
She was delightful.
She screams like a champ.
When she gets her ears pierced.
When she gets her ears pierced. Yeah, so that's our
context.
Yeah, I was gonna add the context. So that yes.
Right, Mike met her in
and she screamed.
I'm just that fucking ugly.
No, he's not. Okay, so we're sitting at the bar and Jay walked up very excited actually because he had been listening to our podcast on the way over.
And that was the first thing.
And he was a little fanboying.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it was. You guys are great.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah.
He didn't quite finish listening to your and Chris's show, but
last week's.
Yeah, last week's episode. But he said that he enjoyed both shows equally, and
he really likes them, like in an objective way. Yeah, like he gets stuff out of it, which I love.
And that was actually one of the questions was, now that he's a fan, did he still have a chance? Because maybe one of the rules was we don't do things with fans, which actually is not true, guys.
No, it's not true.
shitlesspodcast@gmail.com if you think you have something to offer this relationship.
We said it on the first episode.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, first
Male,
episode.
female, couple, whatever.
Yeah, first episode, Mike said. If
And
you
now
think-
you know we're for real because
Yeah.
we did it last night. So it went well at the
Yeah.
bar. We had drinks. We talked about our backgrounds. We
Mhm.
talked about the shows.
And it was really nice because we really talked a lot about our backgrounds. And that's not something that is necessarily going to happen, you know, when you have hookups. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you just fuck. You know, we had a nice chat.
And I don't know that I would have wanted to progress had we not had a nice chat.
I agree.
I think maybe there's a part of me, the sapio side, that even just friction, I want there to be some kind of brain cell activity.
And I need to sort of qualify that. All of my experiences where there wasn't any getting to know each other happened in group sessions. You know, that it happened at house parties and things.
Which we may do eventually.
Yeah, maybe. But you don't expect to sit in the living room or bar area and get to know each other before you go into a room and fuck. I mean, it's just, it is what it is.
If you're taking a train, I'm not going to do a resume for each guy
Yeah,
that walks
right.
up.
So there are different situations, obviously, you know, but this kind of situation where you're basically going on a date, yeah, talk. If you're into a lot of, like we are, we're very sapio, we're very turned
and
on.
there had to be chemistry.
Yes.
That was something that we did talk about ahead of time, was if this is going to happen, there's got to be chemistry, and there was.
And we had a
And
safe
I think
word.
part of why there was chemistry was because of the show.
I think so. He was very comfortable, which in turn made us very comfortable right from the start. He walked up very engaging, but you're right. It's because he said, I already know you guys.
Yeah, he felt, I said, oh, we kind of have you at a slight disadvantage. So
Yeah.
we got a little more background out of him, and he went into detail.
Yes.
Honestly felt like maybe it was cathartic for him.
And
So-
that's because of the show. I sincerely do not believe, and Jay can correct me if I'm wrong, but I sincerely do not believe he would have just unloaded like that if it weren't for the fact that he'd listened to the show. He knew he was in a place where he could do that. He was, I hate the whole safe space, terminology, but that's
yeah,
what it was.
We don't kink shame.
No.
We are transparent.
And we have history. We both have sexual abuse history as children, and teenagers.
And I think us opening up about that makes it easier for
Yeah.
others to open up about their baggage as well.
Yes, and that could be a double-edged sword, actually, because in this case, it was the good side of the sword. It just allowed us to be very comfortable with. Everybody was very comfortable, and it was a good experience.
But it
But,
could have gone
the-
otherwise?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Well, because, I mean, the other person,
Could have been a basket case?
could have developed emotions towards one of us.
Oh.
Because
or both.
of feeling, or both, because of that feeling of being so accepted. What was one of the things that we loved about each other immediately was the acceptance. That we'd never met anyone that just full throat accepted who we are. So here we are with people who maybe have never been accepted. And yeah, I mean,
We are providing a public service, folks.
yeah, but we also
with
could
our
be.
minds and our bodies.
But do
and
you
our
see?
lives.
Do you see that someone could develop feelings because that it's kind of like when they
Yeah,
fall in
and
love with their
I honestly
doctor.
wonder what would happen if that did happen. Like, how would we react? Of course, we'd let them down gently or whatever, but we might not be able to have an encounter if we sense that somebody's gonna get attached.
Well, it makes me wonder if we, and again, what we're doing with you right now is we are exploring what happened, like real time. These are things we haven't talked about. That's why we turned the
No, we
recorder
didn't
on.
do any show prep. at
No,
all.
no. So what I'm thinking is we may want to temper how emotionally open we are, maybe,
Why?
so that we do not create a situation where somebody develops. The feelings are going to be akin to like what you feel for a doctor, and women usually get these feelings when a doctor does, like, especially a surgery or maybe saves their life.
I've never been around somebody who understands me so deeply on such a deep psychological and emotional level.
I don't even know if it's that. It's just as much as that whole being accepted. How much is that? How important is it to you, emotionally, to have someone, me, that you know, accepts you?
It's everything. I mean,
there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And vice versa. I mean, it's why
yes.
we're fucking together.
And that is my point. I wonder if we might want to temper that a little bit. I'm not saying don't accept them. I'm saying we might not want to spend too much time embracing it.
To open themselves
yeah,
up so much.
Yeah, because to me it sounds like it'd be very easy to develop feelings if you've never felt that acceptance. And we don't know. We don't know who out there that we meet has lived a life of that.
Okay, and this is your compassion talking,
Mm-hmm.
and
this is why we're good together, because Mike's going to tell me why I'm being too compassionate.
Yeah. And my thing is, and I'm a social worker, so I got nothing but compassion on the job. But my compassion is for people who are broken or on the fringe or...
But isn't this a broken person that's now we're allowing them to be themselves?
This is an adult.
Yeah.
Who, everybody's got baggage.
That's even sadder.
But that's my thing is, listen, everybody's got fucking baggage. I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to weigh in on this.
Like, do you think
allowing
that
people to open up emotionally
could be dangerous
prior to encounters?
Too much. I want people to feel comfortable with us. Yes. I don't know that we should spend too much time like we did last night. Our whole couple of hours was mostly listening to trauma stories regarding sexual abuse or
but again,
marital
I think that's
affairs.
Mostly because of the show. I think
I agree.
He was at a disadvantage because he knew so much about us.
No, he was at an advantage over us. Don't you think? He knew about us. We didn't know about him.
Okay, yeah, strike that, reverse it.
Yeah.
So it was only fair to quid pro quo.
So what you're saying is you don't think this is going to be an issue. You don't think that we're okay, and that I agree with.
And I think I'm good enough at what I do that I could shoot it down real quick.
And see, this is what we're doing. We're talking about it. So now I'll know to keep my compassion in check and let Mike handle it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be a dick.
No.
Unless I have to be. So.
Oh, and he will. He will.
Yeah, I was a dick for like 2 seconds last night because I had to be.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. So we met at the bar. We opened up. We had chemistry. He's a good-looking guy, big guy.
And I love big guys.
Muscular, and had a little extra padding like we all do after 40,
but firm.
Yeah.
Just like Mike. Mike's firm also.
I got a bit of dad bod going on, but it's all right. You forgive me, right?
Yes.
We're working on it.
Yes.
Every 10 pounds I lose, I get to add another kink to the show. But yeah, it went really well at the bar, so we said, what do we do now?
I went to the bathroom, and they talked.
Yeah, and his question was, where do we go from here? What do we
Right.
do now? And I think it was because he could tell it was going well.
Yeah.
And that there was chemistry. So, yes, while Christine was at the bathroom, we had a brief conversation about what to do next. And the next step was to go to the liquor store. Because it's a lot cheaper to buy alcohol from the liquor store than the bar.
Yeah, you spend $100 on a few drinks at a bar.
So we told them where the hotel was and to meet us there, and that we were going to stop at the liquor store and get some booze, which we did. We got some wine because we love wine kisses.
And we experienced a new kind of wine kiss last night.
We
Do
did.
you remember? Yeah.
And we'll get there too.
Yeah.
So we get back to the hotel. She and I are already making out in the parking lot by the time we get there.
Yeah.
We go inside, and this, I think, is where things started to, for me at least, not be as good as they could have been. He wanted to get into it
immediately.
Right the fuck away.
We got the wine so we could
Loosen
have
up.
some wine and continue
And
the
mingle.
conversation.
And it would have been sexual conversation,
Yes.
but he just wanted to jump right in
But
there.
again, that's what we get off on. We get off on the
Sapio.
Yes. So
And no disrespect to him. He, was getting the signals.
Yeah, yeah, Mike went in the bathroom and Jay's like, come here. He took his shirt off because I felt his chest and I'm like, I probably said something like, oh, that's so nice or something. And so he just took his shirt off. And so Mike comes out and I will say, I'm totally transparent here. I backed off from Jay. When Jay was doing that, I felt awkward because
And I
Mike
felt awkward too.
was not in the room. And my first ever interaction with another man, Mike was not there, and I felt really wrong.
And I will say this, Jay, I am surprised that you did not take a shower. That was a huge red flag for me, and it was a huge disappointment, and I should have told you to take a fucking shower. I'm not saying you were stinky, but I think if you're going to have a sexual encounter with people, especially if you're going to jump right in and you've been at work all fucking day, take a fucking shower.
Well, yeah, I guess. That's true. Yeah.
So that was disappointing. The jumping in with both feet was disappointing. But again, I won't really hold it against him because he was receiving signals from
Yeah, no. This is absolutely no disrespect to Jay. None. Totally not. We're just relaying the encounter. I want to know, and I think they want to know, when you came out of the bathroom and you could see that he was...
My first thought was he didn't take a fucking shower.
Okay. So it wasn't anything about...
I wasn't jealous or anything.
Well, not jealous. It's not really jealousy. For a man, it's more territorial. I don't like to even call it jealousy, although I guess that is, but it's territorial. It's like you're touching mine and you didn't ask.
No,
you know.
For me, it was more of a, there's some protocol being missed here. She wants to drink, and you're going right in. Like, she had to set her fucking drink down.
Yeah. And the rest of the night, I really didn't get to drink.
Yeah,
I was holding my drink and it was sloshing all over.
I kept trying to offer her refills and stuff.
Yeah, I think more spills.
Yeah.
I think the only time I really drank after that was when we were doing our wine kisses. So.
Yeah, so we can talk about the wine kisses, right? So you talk about that because I didn't kiss them.
No, but I kissed you.
You did do a
I gave
special
you
wine kiss with me
yeah.
Afterwards, which yes, thank you, Jay, has been added to our repertoire.
Yes. So, yeah, when I was drinking my wine, and this was at the beginning of our encounter, he told me to kiss him, which I did, and he's like, no, keep it in your mouth and give it to me. And so I took a drink and kissed him and put it in his mouth, and he drank it. And he did it to me, and it was very, very cool. So I did it to Mike. I'm like, because Mike said something like, oh, wine kisses. I'm like, no, babe, no. Come here.
Try this.
This is different.
Wine felching.
Yes. It was different. It was cool. If you haven't done it, it's very sexy. I liked it.
So that was a positive. There were lots of positives throughout the evening.
Lots. Yeah.
We went into the three-way. I was kissing on her. He was kissing on her.
I think initially after the wine kisses, he basically laid back, and I was on top of him, and Mike was behind me. So we just kind of proceeded from there.
Yep, I was eating some ass and squeezing some ass, and I mean, I don't even feel like we need to go into all the gory details
we don't. They just no.
But the physical encounter was happening.
Yeah.
Now, something right before we got to the hotel, we had a brief conversation about what I was worried about.
Yes.
Which is that as a sapiosexual, I'm not like a lot of other guys.
He is so high maintenance.
Exactly. No, it's
not
true.
For me, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people would probably think so.
Most guys in my situation would have been hard as a rock from the start to the finish, and multiple finishes after that.
Yeah.
I didn't get hard during the entire fucking evening.
And
now I was leaking pre-cum
yeah.
the entire evening, so I was aroused, but not erect.
And that's what he was afraid of that, but we didn't talk about it.
I'm sure the audience is wondering, does Mike have ED issues?
Yeah.
No.
But we didn't talk about that. I want to stress, he mentioned it, and we glossed over it. We're like, it'll be fine.
What I said was, well, what do we do? And what you said was, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Which we did.
We did. We didn't stop. We kept going. But that's all we talked about. And maybe we didn't know. We didn't know. So go on.
We were being, what do you call it, spontaneous.
And this is one of those things you just got to live it. You know.
Trial and error.
Yeah, you'll know what we're talking about in a few minutes.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
So we're doing all kinds of shit, but at a certain point, I realize I'm not going to be doing double penetration tonight because
Right.
mini jaws, which is what I call my dick. I say dick, she says cock.
I do.
Which is interesting.
Why?
I think it's a generational thing. You're 13 years older than me, and I think it was more common to say cock than dick.
I don't like dick. You know when I do small penis humiliation, or when I did, one of the things in my slams on guys was to
little
tell
dick
them,
motherfucker.
yes, I would say, I'm not calling that a cock. That's not worthy of being called a cock. That's a fucking dick. So.
It's kind of hot. I'm a little jealous of these guys that got to experience small penis humiliation.
Oh, baby, I'll humiliate you if you want to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me I have a small dick.
I will. It's not, but I can do it.
Speaking of small dicks, Jay did not have a small dick.
No.
But he also did not have the stereotypical
No.
10-inch throbber of a black guy either. He was essentially the same size as me.
Yeah, well, not as thick. Not as thick.
But same length.
So yeah.
Which is fine.
Actually, yeah, no, I think he was the same length. Very, very close anyway.
Which is fine. And you wouldn't have known it anyway because I wasn't there, or Benny Jaws was not interested last night. So.
And it wasn't from intimidation.
No, and you know what? We did what we said we were going to do. We made it work.
Right.
And he came, I think, 4 times.
I don't even know.
At least. And she came, I think, 4 times.
Yeah.
So they both came 4 times. I had little orgasmic shudders here and there, especially when I got emotionally connected with Christine. It's just a thing that happens to me when I look at her body sometimes, but especially when I look in her eyes, I just get Twitter-pated, I get little jitters, mini orgasms.
Yeah, I get those too.
And so that happened a lot last night. I couldn't just sit there and do nothing, so I picked up my phone and recorded the sex act in several different positions.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I was just going to interject right here. We are considering it. I don't know if we talked about it, but we are considering having a Patreon where we can put that, like either videos or pictures that are explicit behind a paywall. Because I don't know how else to do it. I mean, a private website or.
Yeah, no, it'll be probably Patreon.
And it won't be much, just.
It'll be enough. If you want to see Christine get fucked by a black guy.
Well, that's true. It should be enough.
You're going to have to pay up, fellas and ladies.
Okay, so proceed.
So yeah, I did not allow the encounter to go to waste. I got some footage. I got some images. I participated in a limited fashion.
He tried to stay connected to me.
Yeah, while she was getting fucked, I would suck her titties or lick her asshole.
Touch me, pull my hair back.
Her, squeeze her ass. All the stuff.
He tried
all of the
kissing
things.
me sometimes.
Yep. Oh, we did a lot of kissing, yeah.
It had me looking in his eyes, which sometimes I couldn't do. I'm like, I'm trying. I was being fucked.
The kissing sometimes is tough when you get fucked. It's like our mouths are
different
bouncing.
Angles and
our teeth are clicking
together. We don't have any broken teeth today, so that's good.
And that was all good.
Yes.
The sex itself was good.
Yes.
What was not good was the fact that Christine is a fucking empath. And she could tell that I was not enjoying the encounter the way that I thought I was going to.
More than that,
I
I
was
literally
disappointed.
picked up on disappointment.
And I was only disappointed because I wasn't hard.
And I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm just picking up. He was so disappointed. Like almost the whole time I kept picking up disappointment. And I tried to stay in.
Now, I was battling myself in my head the whole night. What should I do about this? I chose, I think, the lesser of two evils. The other thing that I could have done besides participate in a limited manner and get pictures and video would have been to cuckold myself.
Yes.
And the thought did occur to me,
And if he had his cage, you probably would have.
and that's the thing. I left my, what is it,
It's
penis cage?
It's a cage, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Tell them
hasn't
what
used
tell
it.
them what that is.
So it's
if
like,
they don't know.
yeah, it's a cage that usually cuckolds use. Some people just use it to deny themselves. It's literally a cage for your penis. That's what it is.
Keeps you from getting fully erect.
Yes, it makes, yeah, and you can torture guys with it. You can make them come. So it's very, yeah.
Because the dick is trying to get hard and it's got nowhere to go. It's trapped.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to using it, but I had left it back at my place and I wasn't about to pause everything and run to the porno store and whatever. So,
and I don't even know how that would have worked. I mean, I know how it would work, but I don't know, because I would want to have been involved in that. So you would have had to direct that and be like, hey guys, let's do this, you know. And you would have had to stop the train that was Jay. Because,
oh yeah, he was all in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which is not a bad thing.
That's great. I mean, how many guys can fuck you 4 times and come 4 fucking times?
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
And he's over 40. You know,
he's
that's
43. Yeah.
Yeah, 43. So you go, dude.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed in myself, and I learned some things. This is all trial and error.
Yeah.
This is one of the pratfalls of doing things the way that we're doing them.
Pitfalls.
Pratfalls.
What's a prat?
All right.
Okay, no, let's not do
Are we
this.
gonna do Google right now?
No, we're not gonna do this.
Somebody Google pitfall versus pratfall.
Okay, go ahead.
And send us an email.
Yes, send us an email.
But we're learning as we go.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to fucking do, probably because I didn't prepare as much as I should have.
No,
now,
I think neither of us
we
did.
talked a lot about our foundation and how strong our foundation as a couple needed to be.
Let's clarify this.
Well, listen,
I
just because
talked
you
about
weren't the
it.
one who brought it up doesn't mean that we
He
didn't.
poo-pooed me. He laughed in my face.
At first, yes, but eventually I came around.
That's true.
And
I just want to be fair.
Baby,
He laughed
you get
at me.
the full credit for the
Laughed at
foundation.
me.
I did laugh. Oh, we need more of a foundation.
Oh, foundation, yes.
But it's true. You want to hear the words? You were right.
No, I don't
and
need to hear
I
that.
was wrong.
I don't need
I'll
to.
even
No.
make the dummy sound. Duh.
No, what I need is for people to hear it and to do it.
I think they've heard.
Okay.
And hopefully they do.
I hope so.
Don't go into these things without a firm foundation.
And I do have a podcast other than this, and I have episodes on how to introduce the lifestyle to a partner that's maybe unwilling and how to proceed. So if you're interested.
We had a foundation. The
Yes.
foundation was not the problem.
No.
And when we had
I thought it might be, but Mike
and
says
when
no.
we had a discussion later about what
Right.
went wrong,
It's not the
it's
problem.
not the foundation. The foundation was not the problem.
No.
And in fact, I'm not even going to say that it didn't go well.
No, it did. I'd say 90% of it was
went
good.
differently than expected.
Mm-hmm.
And the eventual outcome went way the fuck different than expected.
Oh, fuck, it was bad.
So the evening went the way it went. And Christine and Jay both came 4 times pretty intensely.
Yeah.
Good coming.
Yeah.
Not just mini ones, like actual.
No, the full
on.
Yeah.
Cum.
I had a lot of in-between stuff. So I do the, like, body orgasms.
You have different types of orgasms.
Yeah,
that you have.
but they were full, yeah.
So that all went well. The physical aspect of it for those 2 went well.
Yeah.
For me, not so much.
Right.
And that is something that I learned about myself, was that I cannot go into this type of encounter. I may be able to go into other types of encounters on the fly.
Yeah, you wait. When we have a woman and he's hard as a rock, I'm going to be like, dude, really? Really?
Without
Without an aid?
An aid.
Yeah.
But that's something that I've learned, and that I will not be doing an encounter like this again without a sexual aid, because I don't want to not be hard.
Yeah.
During a 3-way.
Yeah, no.
And I was ashamed, and I was disappointed, and she picked up on that, and that was where things went bad.
Yes.
And even during the encounter, there were times when she looked at me, and I could tell that she knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
which made me feel even worse because I thought that she was just disappointed that I couldn't get it up for whatever reason.
Nope.
But I should know better than that because we edge all the fucking time. She's been dealing with my Sapio shit and my edgelord bullshit since day one.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Our very first, you guys don't know this, so.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them.
Yeah, our very first sexual encounter. Mike does not have good bedside manners. That's all I'll say. We were having sex, and just to get to it, I was on him, and he basically pushed me off and said, "It's not happening." And I was like, "Fuck, what?" I mean,
you cried.
I did. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated.
And she doesn't cry in front of people ever.
And I didn't like full on cry, but I was teary. It was horrible. It was horrible. We had such a strong connection, and then he was.
Now that was a little different, though. The first time that I pulled back, it was not because
right. There was a reason.
I was edging.
No, the problem.
Sapio or any of that shit.
The problem was not that he did it. It was the way he did it, and I keep telling him it was how you did it, and he did it the other day, too. He did it. So he's done it twice.
When I'm not able to get it up in the moment, and I want to get it up, I get pissed at myself, and I abruptly remove myself physically from the situation.
And he doesn't consider me. I mean, I'm just going to say that is true.
That's how you feel. Yeah,
well, you don't.
Sure.
If you considered me, I don't think if you really were thinking about me, you would.
Though, how am I not considering you if the problem is that I feel like I can't please you? That's
still about you.
No.
Yeah, it is. I can't. I is the word I in there.
I can't please.
I is the very first.
I can't please myself though.
I know.
I can't please you. That's what's fucking me up.
I understand.
I might even care too much.
I understand, and I keep trying to tell him, okay, he's only done it twice, but our very first time he did it, so that's not great. But he explained why, and I totally.
And I think we can use a safe word. I think that'll be a good way for me not to abruptly hurt your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. So our safe word is ditto.
From Ghost.
Yeah. So yes, if you said ditto the other day and then pulled out slowly, maybe smacked my ass and then did whatever, I would be 100% in the know, and I would be okay. But because you did it the first time, and I associated with not being wanted, But he explained. Both times, it's not just.
The first time was a commitment issue.
Right.
I realized that we hadn't fucked yet, and I was about to do the deed, and I knew. Tell them what's happening.
He knew that once we did it, there was no turning back.
Right.
Yeah. So. He's emotional. I love you.
Correct. I'm crying like a fucking baby right now.
But he didn't tell me that until way later. I don't even know when. It was the same. It was a few minutes later. I got him to tell me why.
But not until after she cried.
Yeah. And I guess I forced him to have to tell me. And the last time, same thing. He gets in his head, and that's when it happens. He gets in his head. The first time, legit, I get that, totally.
The second time,
it was just fantasy.
We were doing a fantasy,
yeah.
And
I didn't pick up on his cue.
Right, and she wasn't saying the words.
Yeah. And I told him, I don't know. We're in a learning
still
phase.
Each other,
yeah, so I know a lot of his fantasies.
And that was what I said after I abruptly. Whatever.
He did. The first thing he said was, "We're learning," but I'm like clueless. I'm like, what? I'm learning nothing at this moment other than you've just pulled away from me. So he told me. And it was hard for him. It was difficult for him to mention the words that he had said while we were
And I don't
talking.
even remember which fantasy
it was.
Was it her? Or
no. It was, he had been telling me, he was on top of me, kissing me, staring at me, and he said, I want to be this close to you.
When you're getting
fucked.
by two other guys.
Yes. And he said that, And then he
and got hard.
It
and
got hard.
Started fucking her.
And I didn't.
And she dropped the ball.
I
Through
just
no
was
fault of her own.
Yeah,
she didn't know what she didn't know.
Yeah, I was just enjoying it.
But we learned.
Yeah.
She learned.
Now I listen to his
that
cues.
if he opens up the fantasy door and begins partaking in that fantasy and gets hard and starts fucking me, I need to continue
the fantasy. Right? Yeah.
And so she didn't, and I stopped, and then I explained, and we're fine.
Yeah. But last night
was different because there was another person here.
Right.
And this is something else I learned last night, was that you have to not give a fuck that somebody else is there. Your communication with your soulmate needs to continue and be just as open as if that person wasn't there.
And
if
we've
that
talked
person-
about that.
And if that person can't handle it, they don't need to fucking be there.
We have talked about that. We have literally talked about that.
A safe word is not enough.
No, it's not. No.
And that's another problem, though, and that's something else that we've learned, and I think you learned, was use the fucking safe word.
Well, true.
Because she was feeling some kind of way, and I fucking knew it. And I think I even said, you remember the safe word, you know the safe word.
Yeah.
And she didn't use the fucking safe word, and she should have. And I'm not mad about it. It was a learning experience, again, and why didn't tell them why you didn't use the safe word.
Well,
and I know why.
Why?
Because you wanted to make me happy.
Right.
And you didn't want to have to use the safe word because you didn't want to interrupt what was going on.
Exactly. And there was nothing physically in danger or bad. I wasn't feeling a certain way physically.
But that's what we have learned, is that the safe word isn't just for, oh my God, he's fucking my ass too hard,
Right.
or you're choking me too hard,
Yeah.
or it's not just physical.
No.
You need to be just as in tune with your emotional connection.
Which blows my mind that I actually let this go, because again, I'm going to refer to my podcast. I talk about this, staying connected. You need to be so connected with your partner that you can look at them and know. And I got to say, it's not all on me either. And he's not blaming me like he's mad, but it's not all on me. He just got done saying he fucking knew something was wrong, and he did not remove me from the situation. And he probably should have. He probably should have somehow.
Which I did later.
Yes, he did.
I redeemed myself.
Yeah, he did. No, he totally did. Thank God, because that was the right thing to do.
Because when everything was over and things went the way they went, and there were 8 orgasms, Jay wanted to stay the night.
Yeah, because it was
tired.
late. Yeah.
He was tired. He had worked all day long, and he had a long ride home. And he asked if he could stay the night.
Not hours or anything.
No, but long enough.
Yeah, not 10 minutes.
And he asked if he could stay the night. And Christine
immediately
said yes.
Because that's me. I would never say no to somebody, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we then continued to fool around for a little bit, but the whole time I'm thinking, no, this is not good.
Yeah.
I know my wife. She's not my wife yet, but God damn it, she will be someday. I know my baby, and she is not enjoying this. I've got to stop this, and I've got to explain why to Jay, because I didn't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
But I kind of was a little bit of a dick. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to be a little bit of a dick, but I need you to go. We do this thing called reclaiming. That was my excuse. We do this thing called
But it's
reclaiming.
true, too. And the fact that I said yes shows where my mind was, because I know it's a hard no. It's a fucking solid no. We need our time to decompress, to talk about it,
Which
and
could
to
not
make
have happened
love.
with somebody else in the
No, never.
room. We need that one-on-one soul connection, which we got the next morning. I still had to sleep, and I tried. And so what happened was he leaves gracefully, and thank you, Jay, for being understanding.
Yes.
But then it's just me and her. And I went in to start the reclamation process. Many Jaws is still not interested, which is fine. That's not been an issue for us. But she got emotional because of the way that things went for me during the evening. Things went fine for you.
Yeah, except for my mind.
Except for your mind, because of the way I was feeling.
Yeah, and it all just kind of crashed in on me at that moment, once we were alone.
And she sobbed.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
we're talking full-throated sobs.
Which I just got to say, I have never done in front of another human being. Never.
And for a minute, I thought I broke her. I thought, oh my God, I have ruined this relationship. We're never going to be able to do the show now because we're never going to be able to do any other journey into sexual depravity because I fucked everything up. And we calmed down.
After a while.
I held her. I talked to her sweetly. I reassured her. It wasn't physical. I started out trying to make it physical, but it was more emotional and soul connection again. And we calmed each other and we went to sleep together, which I love.
Yeah.
And when I woke up the next morning.
This morning?
Yeah. I fucked the shit out of her with a huge throbbing hard cock.
Made me very happy. Why?
Because I came in like 10 seconds,
Which
if that.
Made me extremely happy.
It was longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was longer than that, but
maybe 30 seconds.
I have a pretty hardcore.
Best 30 seconds you ever had, baby.
I have a pretty hardcore kink to have him come quickly for me.
And I did.
Yeah, because and just for anybody listening, that won't work unless you're gonna keep going. You know, your girl doesn't want you to come fast if you're gonna pull your pants on and leave. Only if you're gonna eat her and kiss her, and if you don't like to eat her when you've come, fine, kiss her, rub her, suck her tits,
all the things,
all the stuff, and then get hard again, however long it takes. That's the only way that works. Otherwise, don't do it. But yeah, he came fast. It was amazing.
I do need to apologize to Jay. We will not be having another encounter together, and it is not your fault.
No.
But because of the way things went for me emotionally and for Christine picking up on my emotions, it was a negative enough experience that we now associate you with the negative experience.
And that's terrible because he's such a great guy.
Oh, he's perfect. We're giving him 5 stars on AFF, without a doubt. And we'll be using the images and video without his face.
Yeah, no face.
Which he was.
I love that he had the presence of mind.
Good to point out, which I would not have done anyway. But
right. He had the presence of mind.
As soon as he saw me
No
pick
face.
up the camera,
No face. That's all he said. No face. But you know, even if his face was there, we could put a big old smiley face over it. But
which
yeah.
I hate though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No face. And yes, this is nothing about Jay. Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah,
personal.
he was great.
And listen, I'll never say never. Maybe we'll do a 10-year anniversary or something, right? Didn't you say in 10 years you wanted to see that 73-year-old ass?
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, Jay.
And I agree, Jay. I think it's going to be just as hot at 73 as it is at 63. But I'm definitely probably going to need some chemical assistance by then. 60, I don't know, man. That's rough.
I don't find it to be rough.
No, I mean, for men, like, whatever, dude.
I get very wet all the time. That's the woman's issue.
Is the wettest woman I've ever met in my fucking life.
Well,
which is amazing.
And that's the woman's equivalent of not getting an erection, is being so dry that when you fuck them, they tear and there's blood. And
I told them on Documenting Reality, when the jokes started happening about her age, you know, she's 13 years older than me, so people knew that, you know, it was quote unquote an issue that she's older, and so they latched onto that to troll her.
Yeah.
And they started saying shit like, "Oh, it must be
dusty
or cobwebs or whatever." And I had to tell them, "Look, you have no fucking idea. This woman is a sieve, and all I've got to do is fucking kiss her, and she is leaking like a fucking sieve." Praise the Lord. Yeah, I feel like the luckiest guy in the world on that front, and so many other fronts. But yeah, we won't be having any encounters with Jay again in the near future, but we are going to continue on this journey together.
Yeah. Despite
the negative things that happened, there were so many other positive things that I believe they outweigh the negative.
Oh yeah. We're going to be more prepared.
So much about each other.
Yes. Actually, I you know, our relationship probably went up levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are more connected than ever and more determined than ever to share our experiences with you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody gets something out of this.
Which is funny because seriously, guys, Mike was ready to call it quits on the podcast. He's like, we got nothing. And I'm like, are you kidding? This is gold. This is great.
Yeah, it didn't go like we expected it to,
No.
but it went way better than expected. I mean, how exciting would a typical freeway have been? Yep, we DP'd and we all came.
Yeah, it was
and
wonderful,
just
yeah.
Standard fare.
Yeah. Oh, God, no, not us.
No, we got to do everything our way.
Yeah. But it was a learning experience. And, you know, I think for the audience, for anybody listening, I think the big takeaway is to understand to expect the unexpected. Do not think just because you find this great person to join your, coupling that it's going to go off without a hitch. There's so many
between
things.
Fantasy and reality.
Right,
guys.
exactly. We put it into action, and this is what happened.
And it was great.
It was, but can you? I mean, it didn't have to be great. I mean, it didn't have to turn out good. It's all about how we're handling it.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think if we were not as
Good.
smart and in tune with each other
Yeah.
and who we are, that
Oh God,
our relationship would have
survived? Yeah, I don't think so.
And I, like I said, I even worried about that for a second. Oh fuck, I have fucked everything up, but I didn't.
And you know, it's funny, and this really wasn't fair of me, because after the fact, when everything was going wrong, I told him, I said, why didn't you hear me when I kept telling you you're giving me away? And so there was something inside of me that just knew this wasn't the right moment, or we weren't prepared. Something was wrong, and it was the prepared part. I really think if my
She didn't use the safe word,
No.
and I didn't communicate openly.
yeah
If I would have just said, whenever I first realized I am not physically into this, if I would have said, let's stop,
yeah.
or let's do a cuckold thing.
And that is so okay. That's the whole point. You're supposed to be, and
I
we
think
talked about
and
that.
I think what held me back was that there was another person there
Right.
that I didn't want to bring into
And-
our baggage, or
yeah.
my baggage.
But we talked about this, and I talk about this all the time. You have to be able to say that. You have to feel okay. You should have been able to say, hold on, guys, time out. And
Just like you should have been able to say, no, you can't stay the night. Mike
Yes.
and I have some unfinished business.
Yes. So obviously we need to talk more about that. And we're not going to say anything new, but we need to continue talking about it and to remind each other this is what we need to do.
It will probably even come, and I would recommend this. It should come up during the preliminary conversation. So ideally, last night, before we ever did anything, I would have said, hey, Jay, just so you know, I'm a sapiosexual, and I'm an edgelord,
we
and there's
talked
a
about
chance
this.
that I might not be able to DP her, and I'm going to feel some kind of way about it, which is going to make Christine feel some kind of way. So let's talk about that. Let's figure out what to do if that happens. And we didn't. Christine and I had a brief conversation with each other about it, but we didn't talk to our partner last night.
And
about
I
it.
specifically said, you did too, we need to go over those type of things with whoever we're with before we do anything. Just like we need to tell
Which,
them.
in our defense, we planned on doing,
Yeah.
and our friend just was too excited to let us drink and have sexy conversation.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But as
What-
the
now we
man
know.
and as the stag, I should have stepped up and said, hey, buddy, slow down.
It's true. When you came out of the bathroom, you should have said, hey,
Let her finish her fucking wine.
Right.
Slow your roll.
Let's sit down.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
You're here. We'll get to it.
And we should have told him beforehand that at the end he will be leaving.
So again, none of this is on Jay
No.
at all.
No,
And
this
it's
is
not
totally
even
on us.
necessarily on us per se.
Well,
it's a learning
it is.
experience. We didn't know what we didn't know.
We didn't know what we didn't know, and we also didn't practice what we preach.
Well, what you preach, I didn't do a podcast for 3 years.
Correct. It's more, yeah, I definitely should know, but you and I said the reclaiming. We knew that we need to tell whoever we're meeting with about our preferences. And one of those preferences is that when we're done, they have to leave, and because we have a tradition that we want to establish with each other, that needs to happen. And we
But
didn't.
yeah, so
we
that
didn't do
was a bit of redemption for me, though. Was I did step up and say,
Yes.
"Nope, buddy, you got to go." So
Yeah.
and that was
But he
fine.
wouldn't have been surprised, and he never would have asked to stay if we had talked about
Right.
that before, and he could have bowed out if anything we said sounded like, not interested.
Well, any final thoughts, darling, on last night's encounter?
No, I mean, I think,
I think we pretty much covered it all.
yeah.
So yeah, just listen. We make these mistakes, and we have these learning experiences, so you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, see, Mike, see, this needed to be said.
A teaching moment
A
for the
teaching
listening audience.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a teacher.
That's what I said.
He just wants to be a fucker.
Right before we started doing the show, I said,
Yeah.
I don't want to teach people shit.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be an educational program.
And
I want it to be
it's-
sexy and fun. And hopefully it was sexy and fun, even though we, like I said at the beginning, went a little more highbrow than usual.
Sometimes the show is not going to just be crazy, kinky, talking about fucking in odd places or in odd crevices of your body. Sometimes,
Did we talk about a taboo?
no, that's what I was just saying. That sometimes the show is going to probably
just
be
about
like
the
this.
journey and not necessarily the
Yeah.
taboo. And we may have shows where we just talk about the taboo and don't have a journey to update you about. So,
Right, yeah. This one just happens,
To be the journey
yeah.
episode.
There was a lot to say.
On a very special
A
episode.
very
of
special episode.
Taboo.
A
couple's
couple's journey into the depths of sexual depravity. I got it.
We're going to end this with a kiss.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.